welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my 25-week pregnancy update. If you're new here, I am almost 26 weeks pregnant, but I will be 26 weeks the day that you see this. And I have a 14-month-old son, Hunter. I post 4 videos a week related to pregnancy and toddler life, and also a weekly day in the life vlog with my son. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get into it. So at 25 weeks, baby is about 35.5 centimeters long and about 900 grams, which is roughly 2 pounds because it works out to be about 450 grams to a pound. So almost a kilo now. I can almost get out my bag of rice and be able to feel exactly what baby's weight is like. Baby is moving around like absolute craziness and constantly shifting the shape of my belly. They are still sitting quite low, which is getting a little bit painful and uncomfortable, but I'm going to talk to you guys about that a little bit more in a bit. So the gender of this baby, we still don't know. We're not finding out until birth, and we are going to do a name reveal once they are born along with the gender announcement. So there will be a video coming out, and I hope you guys will enjoy that because it is going to be a little bit of a creative video. Movements, like I said, baby is moving around like absolute crazy, and my movements have gone from those cute little initial kicks now to ouch, I think the baby's trying to come out. So I, however, am not having the kicks in my ribs like I would have at this point with Hunter. Baby is still sitting quite low to my pelvis and more so kicking on my pelvis or on my back, which is setting off my sciatica. Sleep. I am having a few issues with sleep of a night time just because, like I said, my sciatica is being set off and it is a little bit harder to get comfortable now. I am thinking I'm going to have to go and get a pregnancy pillow, which is something I had a lot earlier on with Hunter. I remember the physio saying that the best thing to do would be to buy an actual body pillow, not a pregnancy pillow. They're just quite a long rectangular pillow, and you need to make sure that your pillow, when you are lying on your side, covers from your feet all the way up past your knees, so that that part there is opened up properly, because otherwise if you only have it under your belly, your hips are still going to roll with your knees going forward and it's not really going to do anything for your back. So you want to make sure that you get a body pillow so that it goes all the way up, and have it angled so that your knees are directly over either side of it, so that you can keep your pelvis and your hips aligned properly, and that way you're going to have less hip issues. So I'm definitely thinking I'm going to go and invest in another one of those this week because they helped me so much with my sleep last pregnancy. I am getting a little bit more sleep though in some ways, just because Hunter is now sleeping through till about 5 a.m. having a bottle and then coming into our bed until 7 a.m. So he's having a much longer stretch of sleep now, which is really helpful because I know that my sleep's only going to get worse the further I get in this pregnancy. Is anything making me sick? Only motion sickness, like in the car and on the plane I did get some, but not necessarily foods too much. I still won't eat scrambled eggs since my last pregnancy, but I'll have them boiled. I am having like a little bit of trouble deciding on what I want to eat and what I feel like, but otherwise I just know to avoid anything that triggers my IBS because that does get flared up a lot more with this pregnancy, but otherwise it's not really anything out of the usual making me unwell at the moment. New symptoms. So I am really struggling with my back pain and my sciatica in my legs at the moment. That's not really a new symptom, but I am finding that the belly belt just doesn't help anymore. I am thinking I'm going to have to start strapping my back and my belly again. And I am about to start seeing the physio for that because obviously this baby is sitting a lot lower, which is just creating a lot more pressure on my hips and my back. And I do have a damaged nerve in my back, which does create a lot of issues for me. I am finding that it is really difficult to catch my breath at the moment, so sometimes I won't be able to finish a full sentence. I'm also finding that my patience is wearing really thin already. I'm really struggling just to keep up with Hunter if he wants me to chase him around the house. And I'm also finding that I'm now getting issues with trying to get up and down off the floor or reach over and pick things up. Not so much in just that it's uncomfortable, but that I actually physically am finding it's getting harder to do so. Appointments, I haven't had any appointments this week. I do have my glucose test and my obstetrician appointment tomorrow, so the day after you guys see this video, and that's going to be to see if I have gestational diabetes and also start talking about my birth plan again, because in a couple of weeks I have got a growth scan, so that we can start keeping an eye on my fluid levels and baby's growth, so that we can kind of see if a VBAC will still be an option or if I am looking at a repeat C-section. In terms of pain relief, if I do have a VBAC, I still have absolutely no idea what I want to do. I think I'm going to go this week and book myself in for a VBAC class, just so that I can try and get myself some more information on the topic for if I do end up going down that path. I'm thinking still that I want to do a induction, which will just be with the balloon, not the drip. That way I can have an actual date for my mum to fly down and look after Hunter. My alternative is to obviously go for another repeat C-section, which I'm completely fine with having, because I did really enjoy my C-section with my son. There's just obviously a lot of complications that came from having a C-section that ended him being in NICU for a week, just because of the fact that he hadn't had steroids and he had respiratory distress. So I would really like to try and avoid that, and also experience what a normal birth is like as much as possible. So we're going to see and find out at 36 weeks the exact birth plan. So in my 36-week video, you guys will be updated as to what the official plan is for that. So this week on the Ovia app, it says that baby number 2's hair is thickening and you'll be able to see their hair color by now, which I'm really interested to know if they have the ginger tone that Hunter does to his hair, because his hair is nothing like mine or Tom's hair. We think that it's a bit of a throwback, but it would be from quite a few generations ago, so we're not too sure what hair color baby will have. It also says that baby number 2's nostrils are starting to open and the air sacs in the lungs are continuing to develop, which is really important because Hunter did have a lot of lung issues when he was born, and even now really struggles with a common cold. So I hope that this baby has got a better lung capacity than my son does, because it is really terrifying when they do get a cold, and Hunter's 9 times out of 10 is so close to changing to bronchitis or something like that, because he just can't cope with it. Baby can now tell which way is up or down, and they're using that to rotate themselves to the position they will be during birth, which I completely agree with. This week, baby has turned themselves around so many times, and for any of you who are at this point, you would know that because they are so long now, that can actually be quite uncomfortable when they do turn around fully. So in terms of my overall health, I am feeling a lot better since being out of hospital. For those of you who didn't see my last update, I did end up in hospital with gastro and consistent vomiting, and I could not keep any fluids down, which was causing a lot of belly tightenings. I am still getting quite a significant amount of belly tightenings compared to what I would have considered normal with Hunter. So I am trying to limit how much I am doing around the home now and trying to get it as organized as possible. The only thing that has really made me struggle this week is just that my husband was sick, and Hunter has had 5 new teeth in the last couple of weeks come through, so having to look after those 2 did wear me out a little bit. But thankfully today my husband has taken Hunter out for the day so that I can pre-film a heap of videos, so I feel so much better just after having a shower and a little bit of a break to myself, which is great. Last thing before I end this video is just a belly shot to show you guys where I am up to. So hopefully you guys can see this. I know that my outfit's a little bit dark, but this is what my belly at 25 weeks is looking like. Like I said, I am almost 26 weeks now, and these updates are going to come out every week on a Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, a new one is going to come out every Monday for a pregnancy update, but my next video will actually be up on Thursday because I now upload Mondays, Thursdays and Fridays. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.